outside this fucking payday, motherfucker!
What's up, YouTube? It's your old boy, JJ the Great. You feel me? Today's video, we gonna be asking Pop a few questions. You feel me? I'm gonna ask him anything about our family culture. And got a little few questions I want to know about the family culture. Got any questions?
No.
Okay, but let's get to this video.
Famous Charity Hospital.
That's what I'm talking about. Living that best life.
Okay.
I got weak.
I got involved with this Mardi Gras Indian thing back in 1953.
1953. That's what's up.
My grandmother had a boyfriend back in the day. They used to call them uncles. And he was involved in it. And my grandmother introduced me to him. And he got me involved in making the soup. What being a Mardi Gras Indian is all about. Representing the culture from the Native Americans that helped us along the way as we ran away from the slave master. They allowed us to come into their area. Later, in the beginning, they did it mainly out of curiosity of our structure, of our color, of our, to learn what we was about. So when we was brought over on the slave ship, there was division there. If you was a Watusi and I was another tribe, they separated us because they didn't want us to get together and mingle where we could later get involved in taking over what they had. So they kept us divided. But what we had in common with the other slaves, we all communicated by drums. Okay? Long before the telephone was invented, we communicated by drums. Whereas with the Native Americans, they communicated through drums and smoke signals. So we did have something somewhat in common. And after a while, they allow us to start intermingling with their women, and they got involved with our women. Later, we were no longer strangers, we became family, or at that time, the word that they used per se was tribe, which means one of the same, family or tribe. And as time went on, they taught us their way of life. They taught us how to be independent. They taught us how to fish, how to do gardening, how to make our own clothing, our own shoes by animals per se, such as the buffalo had a lot of meaning, the eagle had a lot of meaning. These are the things that we survived on. The clothing, the shoes, even the housing came from the buffalo. Buffalo was a very important part in the Native American lives. And as time went on, we got to be family. Okay? And because of that, up until this day, we pay tributes and show that we appreciate them accepting us into their domain, allowing us to be a part of what they're doing, because when we came here, the culture that we was dealing with, all that was gone. The slave master made on a Sunday. Right now today, it was called Congo Square. We could go out on a Sunday. The things that we made, we was allowed to sell that, get a little money off it. And the slave master didn't pay us shit. We got ass whooping if we didn't do it right. Okay? So, as time went on, we got better at what we was doing. We was able to teach our children because we didn't have a part of our culture that we could contribute to this. So we took what we had, we took what we had and made the best of it. And until this day, the Native Americans have shown us their way of life. And because of that, we pay tribute to them each year doing this as a Mardi Gras Indian, showing them that we want to keep their legacy to continue to live on. And this is why we do this year after year after year after year. Now there's no history recorded on what we do. You can't really say when did this all started because back then nobody was paying attention to it. This was a well-kept secret. Because if the slave masters and the whites and all knew what we was trying to do, they would have nipped this in the bud. This would have never came to where it's at today. So we kept our eyes and ears open and our mouths shut. And continuously doing what we're doing. And this is why the only time that they saw us on the streets was Mardi Gras. Now they had all kind of ideas about where we come from and what we was doing and why we was doing it. But your next door neighbor didn't know what you was doing unless they happened to walk up on you at the time when you was doing it. This was a well-kept secret. Today, everybody's blabbering all over the mountain, all the websites and all. They just started talking about it. Back then, this wasn't done that way. This started out to be a way of us having fun on Mardi Gras. We couldn't get involved in the mainstream like all of these carnival clubs and all. So we did our own little thing in the neighborhood, around and about. You know, we'd all gather, make us a little costume or something. Well, not costume, but Indian suit, more or less. Not like the suits you see today. Just whatever you could get and put together to make it look somewhat as a Native American. We did that. And it just got better and better and better. And now we are one of the most important parts of the Mardi Gras. How could I say that? Festivity. All right. Now, Mardi Gras did not start here in Louisiana. Mardi Gras started in Mobile, Alabama. That's where it started. And as the years passed, it kept flourishing, growing, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But the Mardi Gras, now today Mardi Gras is all over Louisiana, but it's not like here in New Orleans. Lafayette have Mardi Gras Indians. They have Indians too. Not like what you see here, but they have their own Indians because they do their thing out in the big field. See, we all over the city, huh?
Clean too. She be clean too.
Yeah. But this is why we are called Mardi Gras Indians. And now it has gotten to the point now where we entertainers, we celebrities, we worldwide. Everybody know about the Mardi Gras Indians. You have people come from all over the world to see us. Okay? All over the world, they come here to see the Mardi Gras Indians. But the sad part about it is there are people that live right here in the immediate area have never seen a Mardi Gras Indian. And you ask yourself, why is that? How is that possible? Because they, for whatever reasons, I guess, they feel as though we trouble type people. The women that's involved, back then they say that they were hoes and prostitutes and everything negative. Because of this, being an Indian. I myself, when I was a youngster coming up, I had very few friends because their parent didn't want them being around me because, per se, I was a hood, a thug, or whatever. Girlfriends, that was a well-kept secret. Because their dad and mama, oh no, not that, not him. So we had to go on the quiet side. That's what it was.
So you had to sneak your girlfriend around.
Right. Oh man.
You heard it, guy.
Oh man. Yeah. Anytime after dark. Before that, I don't know that boy. Come dark. Oh my goodness. It was on. But that started back then, and here we are today. It have changed a lot now. It have changed. But Mardi Gras, hey, we all need to get involved in this. This is a part of our culture. Being a Mardi Gras Indian is something that all of us should get involved in. Learn about it. Get involved with it. Learn how to sew, how to build your costume. Learn the history of it. You need to know these things. This didn't just happen. There are a lot of people that made this possible. I've been around this from 1953 up until this date. I was like maybe 9 or 10 years old, and I'll be 77 in December. So that wasn't yesterday. And I don't know it all. I learn something new every day. Every day, man, I learn something new.
Every day.
But, yes, my thing is, you all being family, my family, y'all need to know these things. Y'all need to want to get involved. You should be involved. I want you involved. Oh, we scattered all about right now and all, but there is no, we got too many ways we can communicate to make this thing possible. So, y'all really need to think about seriously getting involved in this and keep this going on. You, the young people like you, this is mainly what we need, young blood. We old timers like that, so we fade now. Your grandma, she got a few good years left in her. Mom, okay, she got a few good years left. But it's people like you and like you y'all is what it's going to take to keep this continuously going on. Because you don't want this to die, you know. Once this dies, it'll be hard, if possible, to bring it back. While there's still a little smoke going on, don't let the fire go completely out. Keep resurfacing. Keep pouring fuel on the fire. That's the only way this thing is going to continue. Straight up. Any questions?
Okay, you pretty much answered all the questions. Okay. How long has this family tradition been going? It's been going.
Well, right now as we speak, there are 4 generations of us. There's myself, there's your Uncle Byron, there's his sons and daughters involved, plus his grandchildren involved. So we got 4 generations total involved in this. And I want it to be family contained and close friends. Right now, as we speak, we got maybe 12 members in our tribe. It could be a lot more. In fact, I just run the shit out of a couple of them a few years ago. I ain't run.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, you have to go.
You ran them out.
Ran them out.
Had to go.
Had to go.
And I get calls.
Yeah.
I get calls. Can I be a part of what you're doing? No, you can't.
Attitude reflects. Yeah, attitude reflects.
You know, you got guys out there that's doing this, and they're problem child. They're troublemakers.
Yeah.
They done did other bullshit in other tribes, and then they're gonna bleed over to where we at, which we're a tribe. We're not a gang. We're not a gang. We're a tribe. Which, like I told you earlier, the same thing as family. That's the meaning of the word tribe. We have problems, we sit down, we discuss it among ourselves, we come up with a solution. And if we can't, then you go your way, because we're going to stay where we at.
Of course.
See what I'm saying? We started out, when I started the Black Mohawk in 2008, we had 3 Indians. Myself, my son, and my wife. Okay, it was in 2008. As of today, we have anywhere from 12 to 13 members. And I think that's pretty good. Like I said, it could have been more, but I screens the people that come around me and want to be involved in the family. You don't let everybody come in the family.
We got really anger management.
You know, you don't need the bull, all right? So, like I say, we're family. And my people, I don't have any problems out of them. As it stands right now, I turned the tribe over to Uncle Byron 2 years ago. I'm grooming him to be a chief. Byron was a flag boy, and he loved it what he did. But I feel as though it's time for me to let somebody else pick up the stick where I dropped it and let them continue on. Byron, this would be his 3rd year coming up as chief. But I can't see Mardi Gras coming in 21. I can't see. Not with this pandemic going on and all this other bullshit. Plus, we just lost a family member we need to just take a break. That's me. Let's just, get over this. Work on your new suit. Build you something brand new. You got time to do it. Okay? And go from there.
Okay. How did Hurricane Katrina affect the Indian culture?
Well, it slowed it down. It didn't affect it. Because Katrina came in 2005. Okay. We was displaced and all. And a lot of guys had to start over. But hey, this is a part of what you do. So you got yourself in action and focus on what you're supposed to do and start all over. And since Katrina, this had been more flourishable than it was before Katrina. Because see, a lot of guys took it for granted. And when Katrina came, we felt as though we was gonna lose this. So we regrouped, tightened up our belt and said, hey, look, we got to keep this going. Because yeah, Katrina could have destroyed this. And it did slow a lot of people down, but it never stopped us. Never did. But we here to stay. Now I can't see Mardi Gras in 21. Most anything's possible, but I can't see it. Because, number one, we just lost a family member. And I feel as though we need to take a break. We do. Get ourselves back where we need to be. Work on and on the suits and all. Bring some new stuff to the table. We've been switching stuff around and adding this, taking away that. That suit there is 2 years old. Last time I wore that suit was in 18.
You were there when you were 18?
2018.
Oh, 2018.
Yeah, 2 years ago. That's the last time I wore that suit. Look like it ain't been wore one. It's because that's the way you take care of it. You take care of your stuff.
It's heavy too, Jay. Boots go with it.
Oh, you got the boots too? Okay, okay.
They make all this. They look so.
That's my headpiece over there. That's my headpiece over there for this suit. On that couch over there.
Oh, I see, I see. Yes. Okay.
So what I'm saying, man,
Yep.
I wanted to continue, but I know it's time for me to get off the wagon. But I'm prepared for family to continue to carry it on. I may die, but don't let this die. See what I'm saying?
So, okay, let's question. Okay, you pretty much, this is tough one. You pretty much answered all the questions. Okay. What made you start sewing?
Well, like I told you earlier, my grandmother's boyfriend was a Mardi Gras Indian. He got me to the point where I was interested in this. when I moved out of Orleans Parish to Jefferson Parish, a gentleman by the name of Dean Brown, he was a Mardi Gras Indian in Jefferson Parish. And me and his nephew, we was real close. And when I started going around his uncle with him, they had a big old yard and all. His uncle would be inside sewing, and they'd be out there acting fool running around behind the bowl. And I'd be standing up there watching Uncle Bubba, that was what we used to call him, how to sew. And Uncle Bubba say, "Hey, you know what you're looking at?" I say, "Not really, but I like what I see." He said, "You know what? I'm gonna teach you this. You think you can learn?" I said, "If you teach me, I believe I
Will you cross
can."
my baby? Will you cross my baby?
I said, "I think you can."
It's the door on your left.
And from then on,
Past the bathroom.
I would go by Uncle Bubba every evening from school when I leave school. Go over there, he'd give me a little piece to sew. And I'd practice on that and practice on that. And after a while, I got damn near good as Uncle Bubba. Because I was really into it.
Belly feet.
And the first year, I didn't mask. But the second year, he showed. I was able to put my own suit together. Maybe 11 years old, no more than 12. Put my own shit together. And Uncle Bubba was proud of what I did. He said, "You gonna mask."
That's my grandfather. He told me
He said, "You gonna mask." Sure enough, I masked that year. It was myself. These are the youngsters. It was me, Joe Scott, Cornelius, Belton, and Barnell. Was five youngsters. The rest of the tribe was old, you know,
Oh, yeah.
adults and all, yeah. But then I masked that year. The following year I masked with them. The year after that, the guy that was sponsoring everything, Big Old Dago, you'd have to squeeze him to set him in that chair there. He died. And when he died, well, see, look, this man was paying for everything. He was buying everything, helping everybody out. But see, I was sewing myself. Wasn't nobody sewing myself. I was doing my own stuff because this is what I liked. And when he died, everybody else just shut down. You know, I continue on me because after the Shrewsbury Blues at the time, that was the name of the gang in Shrewsbury. Then later, they became the Black Mohawks when I started messing with them. Eddie Cappers died. And these guys, they died with him, I guess. You know. But I was determined to keep this going. So a young man I knew from New Orleans, when I was living there, named Edward Kimbrough, they called him Sheeby. Sheeby said, "Man," he said, "look, let me introduce you to Robbie. Robbie's always looking for Indians." And Charles said, "That's Robbie right up there. See that little guy with the suit on? No, with the gray suit on right
Yeah,
there.
he right at the bottom. Where's the button?
The gray hat and suit. Well, that's her godfather.
That's my
grandfather. That's my wife's grandfather. That's my mom's daddy.
I mean, my mom was
Well, anyway, he at the time he had the Golden Hours. That was the name of the tribe he
Yeah,
had.
he died. He was my grandfather.
And he
My grandmother was like 95.
he let me mess with them, but now the way we made suits in Shrewsbury and the way they made suits in New Orleans, it was different as night and day. So I had to learn all over again how to make this kind of suit. The suit that I made in Shrewsbury, we just rolled something together. But we were Indians, all right? But when I got involved with Golden Arrows, and we started making that kind of shit, a couple of times I started to quit. But I stuck with it, huh? I stuck with it.
You better you to make it, all right?
And here I am today.
So how long does it take to make each costume?
Look.
First, from the beginning,
All right, I'm gonna give you an idea. See that
you
suit?
gotta stay at it.
You see that? It took us 8 months to build that suit. Me, Gilda, and Chris, we was working on that suit. Plus now we was doing other stuff for other people too now. But it took us 8 months to do that suit for her. Then
We so
this suit, see that pack in white right there? Now that was the suit that got their attention.
The blue, which one? The blue?
You know, that one of the suits that got the attention, but the one that really got the attention was the peach.
Oh yeah, the peach, that's still a deal. Well, what I'm saying,
No. One
yeah,
people.
that color peach.
I got
She was growing. She was growing into that. And that was her first year in that gold right there, her and her brother, Chris.
I have a picture of the whole suit. Oh, it's in my book in the closet.
That's the first suit she wore right there.
That's the peach right there.
Well, right.
No, down.
Oh,
right
it
there.
is.
Yeah.
That ain't the peach, that's the pink and white.
That's the peach, man.
That's the same suit right there, Gilbert, you looking at.
Oh, okay. Well, the peach is in the book.
Yeah,
In
and
my
when she wore that cape and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You looked at fierce in this picture. Like, I love that one. Like, you look like you meant business in that picture.
That was the first. That was the first suit I wore when I came back in 2008. That was the first suit I wore. Then from there, I wore the
Yellow.
yellow, and
Where do
then
y'all keep all that?
the next one I came in the yellow and green.
No, we reuse them.
Then see that picture right there, look. See that little picture right there
We put it up.
with my little granddaughter. I'm working on a grant right now to get maybe 8 or 10 students. That's all I need. I don't need no more than that. And I'm gonna do them right here.
You gotta teach them.
Set up in here and do that. I'm gonna do them students in my house. In fact, I want their parents to be involved with them.
Then you teach class there.
Yeah.
Don't teach sewing class.
Yeah, he used to teach us Xavier.
I know I
I
took
want to learn how
time.
to sew. I want to be able to sew like shirts and like clothes and stuff. Like, you know how sometimes you don't want to buy stuff and you want something done by else got it. And you want to be able to be. I got a sewing machine. It got dust on it.
Baby, throw the sewing machine away.
Huh?
We do that by hand.
Right here.
Oh.
All that is done by hand.
See all that?
Beads.
All
Oh,
that,
you threading.
Yeah.
Oh,
all
no
that
sewing
bead
machine.
work, baby. All of that's done by.
Oh, you talking about
Oh, that's done by
traditional,
hand.
old school sewing. That's
Yeah, ain't
nice.
no sewing
Old
machine
school, they
doing
did
that.
my old school, song by old school.
Ain't no hands with that.
That's
I mean, no
dope.
sewing machine.
So each one of the
No sewing
costumes
machine.
are strictly by hand, no sewing
All that
machine.
you see is done by
Oh, you
hand.
use a sewing machine later when you're doing the fabric
But
work
like
and all.
if you're doing
Like
the
the
dress,
jacket was
like the
made with a
dress we
sewing
did for her,
machine.
you make the dress.
You know,
with a
you
sewing
make
machine.
Okay.
You make your structure with the sewing machine, but all this other shit, that's sold by hand.
All that's
man.
done by hand.
Wow. Yeah.
See?
And what you don't use by hand, see like all that laces, ruffles and stuff, all that's done with a glue gun.
Right.
Put that on with a glue gun.
That's dope. So I know it's a lot of money spent.
A lot of money spent, a lot of time.
Oh, all right. Prime example. See these plumes you're looking at? $400 a pound.
Wow.
And to make, well, this is a little bullshit crown here.
So look
That
at
crown you see on the couch over there, you're looking at about 4 pounds of feathers.
Oh yeah, I saw when
It's
that
his
came
crown
in.
in there, showing him crown.
You're looking at 4 pounds of feathers.
So
there.
this a crown.
So you got the little.
Phone. You see how your sister be acting when she have this shit on.
She do. She ain't herself.
They can beat the hell out of Tamarine.
Look, that little girl back there, when she put that suit on, oh my goodness.
She ain't herself.
It's in her blood. It's in her blood.
I'm gonna say,
So are they masking?
I'm trying to get away from it, Tisha. That's why I'm preparing your Uncle Byron.
Yeah, Byron got the game now.
Just try.
Bro, this is deep. Like, for real, this is deep. Man, I learned so much.
You don't have too many people got their own tribe. You don't have too many people got their own tribe. I worked at this. This is mine. I did this.
And I know y'all see these suits. I know y'all see these. Man, they built these with their own hands. They made these with their own hands. Come on now. I'm loving my tradition right now. And I'm the next generation.
Family. You can be a part of it. You.
But this is the end of the video. I hope y'all learned something about our family culture. I sure did. You know, but thank you, Grandpa, Pop. Y'all want to say something before I end it? These folks know they want to say something. Got to be more careful. Well, back on to the video. Okay. But look though, I love y'all. Don't forget, what y'all think this video should get? What this video should get?
Need about 1,000.
About 1,000 likes. My mama said about 1,000 likes. Bring the young about 1,000 likes. Pop. The cheat. They used to be cheat. What you think this video should get? How many likes this video should get?
How many what?
How many likes this video should get? I'm gonna have to pick the craziest on this one too.
They take that long?
Just tell them how many. What's your lucky number?
What's your lucky number? Tell me what's your lucky number.
Hell, all my numbers is lucky.
See, he said all his lucky numbers. So every number, we gonna make effect for him, for Pop, yeah, let's just say about 1,000, 2,000, you feel me? You can run that up, you feel me? But I love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, show me some sunshine. Thank you to all my supporters, you feel me? But
I said it's fucking payday, motherfucker!